Hello traders and welcome to the Market Open Preview, June 16th on a Monday, the year 2014. This is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, great to be with you on this Monday, cloudy, rainy, dark, sandy beaches in Pattaya, Thailand for the third day in a row. We have had rain. Traders, but there's no rain in my place, and it is still a sunny day. All right, good to be with you on a Monday. We have not too much to talk about today, as the data is pretty sluggish today, but we got some stuff, and we're gonna talk some charts and a tiny little bit about news. Okay, let's move over, but before we do that, let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday. I'll be your moderator through the open market preview every day before the London session. Traders, don't forget on Friday, we do give you the Friday wrap-up after the New York session every week. And then one more time during the week, we give you an educational video where we talk about a tool on the MT4 platform that you can use for your trading strategies. Traders, I started trading in the year 2006. In 2008, I retired from a great career in the fire rescue department out of the great state of Florida. Traders, 9 days later, I decided to come to Thailand for a 3-month vacation. And traders, it's 2014, and I am still here in Pattaya, Thailand. Traders, trading is fun, it's invigorating, it's exciting, and it has been an awesome second career for me as I finished my first, and now I'm on my second. Traders, let's get over to the news, but before we do that, let us tap into the legal stuff. Traders, this is our risk disclaimer. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to trade in the Forex markets. Do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, if you are trading your expense money, please take a deep breath and rethink what you're doing. And maybe you need to go to a demo account until you can trade the Forex markets comfortably in your financial situation. Traders, let's take a look at our one news event for today, and that is during the London session. We have CPI year on year. Traders, there's a lot of other news coming out, but you know I only place high impact news events during this video, and this is the only high impact video. We have tick data coming out of the US, some data is flowing out throughout the day, but it's low impact and really nothing to talk about. So this is the big one, and everything I've heard so far, not that big that it's going to move any markets. Okay, one thing I did see before I was doing my preparation for today, I noticed that Abe out of Japan has stated that in the next 2 years, they are going to reduce their corporate tax by, they're trying to get it down to 35%, which is huge, and that's really a good thing. So Japan is doing well. I mean, I have to say, they haven't had to do an intervention in a long time, and they're holding their own. They are holding their own, and Abe's definitely making a move there and making some changes, and it's good to see. All right, that's about it on the news. Traders, the markets in the U.S. closed on an upbeat on Friday, and the markets in the Eurozone closed in the red on Friday. So we'll see what happens today as we get into a new trading day and our new trading week. All right, traders, it is Monday, so what do you say? Let's head over to the charts. One of my mellower pairs to trade, and that is the New Zealand dollar. This is the New Zealand dollar on the daily chart. Now, I normally do not place this kind of information on my chart. So what we did here was we have the daily chart and we have resistance, and I put that resistance line on there. And the reason I put that on there, this is going to come significant in the next day, 2 days, or 3 days, because I'm expecting we are going to get some kind of a bounce, some kind of a movement that's going to reject this resistance line and then come back up and probably, most likely, break through it as it's tried, as you can see if you look left of the chart, 2 or 3 times. So we'll see how that works out. The other thing is, look at your Bollinger Bands. Your Bollinger Bands are wide open on both sides, both the upper side and the lower side. Price is quite far away from the current price over 300 pips. It's at 84.33. So I need to keep an eye on that. Traders, if you're hearing any noise in the background, I apologize for that. They are doing some construction work in the condominium next door to me. Okay, so that's what's going on the daily chart. And the reason I really wanted to emphasize this daily chart today is because it's going to affect our lower time frames. So let's go over to the 1 hour chart and take a look. Here's the 1 hour chart. We did get a trade setup here. We did get a trade setup. We're going to go down to that 50%. But we're trading into what? We're trading into resistance again, right? At 86.70. So, this is going to be a nice trade if it works, because you're looking at over 40 pips. But I put that trend line in there, and it's a valid trend line. It's a 3-touch trend line. Actually, it's a 5-touch trend line, but it's working. And we have to be aware of this. And again, we're trading into resistance, but we have close to 40 pips, and we can get break even and profit way before we have any trouble with that. But our goal is, we'd love to go to that 161.8 Fibonacci, which is my great friend for take profit areas. Take a look at the bottom of the chart. The Williams R percentage indicator, really bullish. The MACD, really bullish above the zero line. Are we going to get that pullback? Time will tell, traders. Time will tell. This might break and just head out. So the other option is, if this breaks resistance, comes back and retests that resistance line that I put on the chart, and then gives you a bullish candlestick formation, take the entry. That's an entry. Why? Because now that resistance has come support, and we have not broken our rules. And what is our rules? We sell at resistance, and we buy at support. All right, let's take a look at the 15-minute chart. Traders, not as good as a trade setup. In fact, if you look on the bottom of the chart, I don't like the trade. The problem here is we're trading into resistance, as we are on the 1 hour, but at least we have pips to get break even on. This trade, we are only looking at 11 pips between take profit and entry. Not good. Not good at all. So I am like, no, I don't think so. I think we're going to sit this one out. We're not going to jump into this little monkey today. This little animal is just not playing with us, and it's just risk to reward, and the probability of success is just not there. If you look at the bottom of the chart, the MACD is good. Of course, the Williams percent is above the negative 20 line. That's all great, but the trade just doesn't look healthy to me on this 15-minute chart. I do like the 1 hour setup very much. So if we're going to take a trade, why don't we focus on that 1 hour chart? And if you can't afford the drawdown, listen, you don't have to take the trade. There's 40 other pairs you can look at, right? So just do what's best for you. But the 15-minute chart does not look good at all. All right, let's go to a new currency pair, and that is our Euro New Zealand. Yes, today is New Zealand Monday. We have both of our pairs this day is on the New Zealand. Okay, check out this chart here. This is the daily chart, and you can see it is extremely bearish. But what do we see on the bottom of the chart, traders? It is at support, and it's been at this support level for the last 3 days, and today's candle is down, and it's early in our trading day as we are in the inactive time during the Asia session, and we're going to see how this works out. If this can break this support, I think this thing's heading down. So if you're trading the daily chart, all you need is just a retest of that, like one candle, and take that down. Look at your MACD. That is very strong to the downside, and Williams percent R is underneath the negative 80 line, and just bearish. So nothing to do. Let's take a look at the 1 hour chart and see if we have a possible entry. Okay, Euro New Zealand 1 hour chart. We do have an entry. The point here is I don't think we're going to get back all the way up to 57.10 or 57.15 to get into this trade. The other issue is what? The other issue is we're coming into 5,700 psychological area, and price now is at 55.8, so we're going to come into that 5,600 area on this hourly chart. So there's a lot of pips on this hourly chart. So I have to tell you, this doesn't look like it's going to happen today. I just don't see it at all. So I think what we're going to have to do here is we're going to have to hang out and see what happens. What are we at here? We're at 56.04 when I took this snapshot of this slide. And that was about, wow, that's not long at all. That was only maybe 15 minutes before the slide. So that's the current candle that we have in there. And very interesting, very, very interesting to see how this is going to work out. However, I don't know if we're going to get that pullback. Even if we come up to that 618, that would be fine. We can short it from there. I don't have any problem with that. And that looks like, what is that, 56, 60 area, somewhere in there, 65 area. We can short that from there if we get a bullish formation and confirmation. Don't need no more confirmation than we have on the bottom of the chart. Look at MACD and the Williams percent are both down, down, and more down. Traders, let's take a look at the 15-minute chart and see if we have an easier entry. Okay, so here we are on the 15-minute chart. We're looking to come up to 56.40, 56.36, and we can take that back down. I think this is a much easier and nicer trade. Your MACD is nice, your Williams percent is nice. The problem is what? The problem is, are we going to get the pullback? This is really, really bearish, and I don't know if we're going to get this pullback to the downside. So we're going to have to keep an eye on this, but we can't take this trade unless this breaks support, retest it, which now comes resistance, and then we can take this to the downside. Other than that, we have nothing we can do. We've got to get a pullback. We've got to get a safe entry, traders. Do not want to be chasing price. Okay, traders. On behalf of myself and FXCL Excellence in Trading, I'd like to thank you for joining me on a Monday for the Market Open Preview as we start a new, fresh, exciting trading week. Traders, remember to trade smart and not hard. Traders, take care, have a great trading day, and we'll see you tomorrow before the London Open. Take care, traders, and bye-bye.